Hi, welcome back to the channel, FIFA Mobile. Alright, going to share with you these two exchanges in preparation for the UCL Finals, which may be coming. I'm just trying to get more of the ManCity or the Inter Milan players. So in this video, I'm going to share with you how do I do that two exchanges in order to get that two players with, I think, within $4 million roughly there. So of course, along the way, we'll claim more players now. Let's straight go into getting the players required. So you can see here these players are relatively cheap, about 1 million or so. So imagine just need three of them, 1.1 I would say, so it's about 3.3 or 3.4 million. That's going to suffice for you to claim those players. So these are the cheapest players you can find on the market, so make sure you follow on. I'll just show you right now. I mean, you go to Premier League, that's where you get the ManCity player. You put on I think 100 to 109 OVR, whereas for Inter Milan, I mean, that's under Serie A. So I'll show you the Serie A first. 100 and 108. So you can see here this player seems to be the cheapest. So of course, with that, let's enter the exchange right now. You can see basically that's just three requirements of three players, and you get that done. Likewise, these are the three players required, and you get that done as well. So generally, that's how cheap it is to get the players. So I just want to share with you one more time in terms of the player you can get. You go to Premier League and then ManCity. That's where you go for it. And then for the Inter Milan itself, you just go to Serie A in the league, and then that's where you can find the team Serie A. Inside there's this Inter Milan team itself. So with that, you just select your OVR between 100 to 109 or 108. You'll find the cheapest player is cost about 1 million or 1.1 million. You just go to queue for it. Eventually, you get it quite quickly. You just get three numbers of those and just put them in exchange, and you get the two numbers of players. Caution here is that the two players that you get it from exchange, they are unauctionable, so you can't sell it in the market. But I thought it'd be a cheap 107 player for you, just in case there's a UCL finals coming about that require ManCity or Inter Milan players. At least you have two of the good ones there. So this is just to share on that. And of course, the upcoming event seems to be a Legends event. There seems to be some players that's been already shared in the Instagram. So just a quick sharing here. These are the players you can get from the new event, and there are more. These are just three of them. This is a full list you can see here. And very quickly, I mean, we have ended the match against the semifinals in the TOTS or the UTOTS challenge. Now let's enter into the finals against slightly easier opponent. Really happy. I mean, this is the last UTOTS. Finally, it's over. I don't know about you, don't really enjoy this UTOTS. I enjoyed so much previously in the previous seasons, but this is one of the ones that I don't really enjoy that much. These basically, as you're aware by now, the whole UTOTS just makes FIFA Mobile unpleasant because there are so many players that benefited from that glitch that makes people that have been grinding so long, including myself, not able to fight in the VSA at all because we do not have really good players as compared to those who benefited from that glitch with all the 119 and 120 players. So this is something that we got to toy about in terms of really spending money. I'll always urge and not to spend and play free. So free to play is the way to go. Just in case you have such things that's happened, there's no refund, and you gotta get it understood. So and there's this compensating us with two 112 and 114 players, which definitely not a lot as compared to the full list of those people that have a one whole team full of them because of that glitch. So this is something to share you. I mean, in playing H2H, sometimes it depends on luck. You can see, no doubt, I think this player is trying really hard to score. but because of a AI rigged in my favor, it's quite difficult for him to score actually. It is not only in terms of skill, but rather depends on whether EA decided you are the winner or not. So this part I don't really like it. Likewise in the VSA or H2H, it's all predetermined in a way. It just makes things really difficult if it's predetermined that you are the loser. So this is really unfair, but that's how the game design is. But it's a bit strange though. I thought since it's a player-to-player H2H, why do they need to do that? Because that really frustrates things because it's like unfair play. So hopefully they change that in the new season. If there's indeed a new season, I believe they are doing one, but definitely without FIFA, because FIFA doesn't allow EA to do that anymore. And I'm not too sure whether FIFA is coming out with a new game by itself. If it will, or it does, I will basically maybe switch over rather than playing for EA, because EA programmers are not that keen in making the game fun anymore. It is unlike the previous time. I think the previous batch, although sometimes it's not that good, but nonetheless it's much better than this season's. This season is the worst programmers ever for FIFA Mobile. So this is something that is totally not enjoyable. There are so many screw ups, but things just happened and it continues. It's because of the time that has been invested into this. So in the H2H itself, many a times you just got to bear this in mind. You got to do a lot of passing, and I think generally your subs should come in the mid time, also core. About 40 odd minutes or so. So you have the three energetic ones. And if your opponent score a goal, do not give up, because once you give up, you are utterly surrendering yourself to losses. So you should continue to fight, because there will be chances where you can, and as long as you determine to it, right? As I said, sometimes it's predetermined. You're the winner. You are the winner. If you give up and you discontinue, then you can't, right? So here you can see, as I said, it's predetermined. I'm the winner. So it's getting the goal is not tough at all. But if I have quit, then probably I will not win. So generally, this is how it works out. And you can see here very quickly, we have the equalizer already. So let's try to get the winning goal right now. And I really want to say this. I think once you have the required players in your team that you felt that's really good, you got to keep practicing with them, because once you get familiar with their skill moves and you know their speed and whatnot, I think it makes things so much easier. If you keep on changing players, you may not be familiar with the players you're playing with in your team. So it's a bit difficult. I mean, for me, I've been using these players for some time already, so I basically very familiar with their actions and their speed as well. So I know whether, even though they are all red, whether they can push it all the way. Like you can see here, I know this guy could run, even though he's all red and draining all his energy, but he can still run. So that's why I'm doing that. Otherwise, if I'm not familiar, I could have passed the ball and I missed the goal. So this is what I'm going to mention, that although I do understand that the temptation is high for you to change a player whenever you see there's a new one with a higher OVR. But in H2H, that doesn't really sometimes make it an easier win for you, because it's all about predetermined of winning and also about skill. It's not so much totally about that player, but of course it works better in the VSA with higher OVR. Definitely your chance of winning is higher for sure, because that's VSA. But why do you need to bother so much of VSA? End of the day, if there's no much requirement, it's just a tool win, you'll get it eventually. So I think generally do not spend so much of your coins into it, and definitely not real money. I think I'm just trying to save up right now towards the end, and hopefully buy a better team player, and then finish this season with the highest OVR possible. Alright, so that's the end of this last UTOTS challenge, and we managed to have that win again, and of course it's 1.5 million, and of course more importantly, some of the skill boosts. Alright, thank you for watching. Hopefully there's a new good event tomorrow. Goodbye.